Yo, what's going on, guys? Episode 4, Söze's house. How's everybody doing? It's not episode 4. I don't know why I said that. It's episode 7. You know, that's just me. I can't talk for shit. You know, I keep imagining that the more I do these, the better I'll get at just like speaking without my lips fucking just sticking together. And I feel like it's a little bit better, but it's definitely not. I mean, it's only been 2 months, but it's definitely not that much better. As you can see, glasses. What's up? I don't have vision problems or anything. I just I stare at computers all day long. So Katie actually has a pair of blue light blocking glasses, and I used them for like a day or two, and I was like, man, these really help. Like, I get headaches nonstop. It's also just your eyes get tired. The new computer, the screen. Honestly, I didn't want a screen this big. My laptop was 15 inches. I mean, that was perfect. It was compact. But the only way I could get the storage that I needed was with this screen size model. So this screen is fucking gigantic. And not to sound like a bitch, but I feel like it's making my eyes more tired. Also, it's so bright. I mean, man. I feel like a spoiled kid or something. Like I'm complaining. Guys, my new computer is so like just, it's so bright. The quality is so amazing. It's such a big screen. And it's just like, it's rough. I'm just saying. So I got these glasses because of that. And the unfortunate part is they don't fit my face. I got a kind of narrow face. These are very big. I look like what I imagine glasses, well, actually what I know glasses look like in like the 60s and 70s, right? When it wasn't about them being fashionable all the time. And it was like people, you know, kids would have like gigantic glasses. It was just normal. That was probably the style then, but I think it was also just you needed glasses to see. Like, besides obviously designer glasses and stuff like that. But I feel like now even prescription glasses look pretty damn good. But anyways, these don't fit my face. I'm probably not gonna buy more because I don't want to spend another $20 when I don't really care. So I'm just gonna look like this for a while. What do you guys think? Glasses? No glasses. I know what you're thinking. Wow, still ugly. It is what it is, man. Glasses. No glasses. I mean, if we're being real, I don't have like super nice eyes or anything, so I don't feel like the glasses really mess much up. I do feel 100%, I'll tell you, I feel more I feel more distinguished, which is amazingly childlike, but I don't know what it is. I'm just like, ooh, I'm doing some shit today. And I will say, I was talking with Katie about this because she wears glasses, and I've never worn glasses really, like even like sunglasses. So it's very weird to be super cognizant of my world being framed just nonstop. Like, I'm sure you get used to it as you wear them, but I am hyper aware of these fucking frames. And my peripheral is outside of the frame, so it's not tinted, right? Because these block out blue light, so they tint everything blue, just like slightly. These ones actually seem to tint things more green than Katie's. I think Katie's are better than mine, but whatever, they work. So, because everything's tinted blue and not here, and I'm hyper aware of these frames, this is going to sound ridiculous. I feel like I'm watching TV or like I'm watching a show. Sounds very weird, but, and I don't know if, I'm sure I'm not the only one who's ever thought this. I mean, Katie was even saying some of the same stuff, but like I feel like I have almost like a mask on too, which is dumb because these are also clear glasses, so you can truly just see right through every part of them. But I feel like, especially because things are tinted a little bit darker, like I'm like, oh, people can't see my face. I feel like that's such a weird. I feel like because as someone who's never worn glasses, I'm sure only other people who haven't worn glasses will, or I'm sure if you've worn glasses, you're probably very aware of this. Other people who haven't were probably like me and they weren't, cognizant of this weird effect of having the world framed around you. It feels like I'm watching TV, right? But it also, it truly makes me feel like I have a mask on, which I feel like is affecting almost the way that I'm taking in the world, right? Because if it gives me a more, I don't know, whatever, like dignified or more serious, like I feel like I'm about to do some studying. I feel like I'm going to fuck up some studying right now. Glasses. Boom. I wonder, right, because every part of life, I'm getting super metaphysical, bro. It's so meta. But I feel like this is affecting how I feel, right? Because I'm like I said, like my feeling is like, oh, I'm about to do some serious work. Oh, I'm in study mode, or I'm in blah, 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 blah. I find it interesting, like the smallest things really do shape who you are as a person. I think I'm probably just making this up, and I'm probably so wrong. I'm sure if there's any scientific evidence, I'm probably whatever is right, I'm way over there. I'm almost positive. But this is what I think. I think that if you tested on average, in at least in America, I don't know. And I mean, obviously, I can't even speak for all of America. It's such a vastly different place in a lot of places. It's so big, so many different. Anyways, here's my hypothesis. I bet you kids with glasses test better than kids without glasses. I'm not saying they're smarter. I'm not saying if you don't have glasses, you're dumber. I'm just saying you're not as good at tests. I bet you if I wear glasses, I score at least 1 point higher than I would without glasses. I don't know what it is. My mind state, I'm just like, yeah, I'm smart. Like I just feel smarter. So anyways, if you guys didn't realize just how absolutely ridiculous I am as a person, there you go. I genuinely feel smarter wearing glasses. It's very weird. And I was thinking about like the kind of mask effect. People who wear sunglasses, right? Where you truly know people can't. Well, first of all, people who wear sunglasses have always kind of not bothered me, but it does. It's like these masks, right? I don't like not being able to see, the person I'm talking to. Obviously, I can see the person, but like the face is a really big indicator of body language, right? Like your expression matters. What you're doing with your eyes, what you're doing with your eyebrows. If you cover this, I shouldn't have done that. I just realized I covered up my hand to the mic. I was going to talk for like 20 seconds like that too. What a moron. If you cover your mouth, I can't see smiling, grimacing, I don't know, fucking licking your lips. I don't know. If anyone ever looks at you and it's not a partner or at least a setting where a potential partner thing could erupt and they start licking their lips, run. That's a problem. Like if you're at a bar and someone's looking at you and they're licking their lips, I mean, they're trying to come on to you, right? Or whatever the fuck. Now, that might be a real strong first move. I mean, depends on the situation, but either way. But if you're in the bank, and your teller is like, "Hi, sir. How That shit would throw me off so bad. I'd be like, did this motherfucker? I'd be like, nah. I would be like, okay, they must just not get how that looks. I wouldn't think this person in the bank, male or female, even if it male or female, I'd be like, I must be confusing this because there's no way this motherfucker just licked their lips, right? Like, that would be weird. In a bank setting, that's just weird. Anyways, I forgot what I was fucking talking about. What was I saying? Oh, so if you cover up your mouth, I don't like that shit. It is what it is. Hashtag quarantine. Hashtag Corona quarantine 2020. Whatever the fuck. But if you're wearing sunglasses, I also don't like that because, I don't know. I can't make eye contact. It just feels less personal. And I guarantee you, for the person wearing glasses, it feels a little bit less personal. The sunglasses, obviously. Like, I wonder if some of the reasons that people get used to wearing sunglasses, or some of the reason is that they feel like they're almost behind like a shield. Like there's a separation, right? If I'm on the corner bullshitting with someone or whatever the fuck, I was gonna say inside, but anyone who wears sunglasses inside, you know who the fuck you are. That seemed way too angry. I feel a disconnect if you're wearing sunglasses, so I have to imagine you feel a disconnect. And I wonder if you like that disconnect, because I can see the appeal, right? Like, these feel slightly like a disconnect because they are in a way barricading. Nah, that doesn't fit. Like, that's what I mean, but that does. Anyways, they are blocking blue light, right? So they are affecting me and reality, or at least, you know, what we perceive as reality based. Anyways, so I got to imagine with sunglasses on, I think I've worn sunglasses maybe like 4 times my whole life. They don't look good, especially sunglasses, because you can't see my eyes. It exaggerates how small my fucking temple to temple is compared to the sunglasses. It makes my face look way too tiny. So I've worn them like 4 times, and for maybe like 30 seconds. I give them a try. Every 5 years I go, you know, I should try them because it's bright outside sometimes, but I can't do it. What the fuck was I saying? Let's see. Oh, I got to imagine that's one of the reasons people like wearing sunglasses, right? Is like that barrier. That's what I was saying. Because these provide the same thing. They're slightly separating me from reality. And I've never thought about that. You know what I mean? Like, it's the same reason people are more willing to have road rage than they are like actual rage person to person. The car separates you from other people. It's not as real feeling, right? There's this car between me and the outside world. There's space between me and this person, and then there's their car between me and them. So it's a big disconnect. And I think especially sunglasses, at least for me, would have the same effect. Anyways, that was supposed to be a real quick. I was just trying to tell y'all why I'm wearing these now. But yeah, I did what I normally do, and I just go off for a while. I wanted to talk about something. I've been thinking about it all week. And, you know, there's never a good time to take a drink of something on this show. It'd be fine if there was 2 people, because we could go back and forth and I could take a drink while they're talking. But when it's just me, I feel like it's a real awkward pause. Anyways, Travis Scott, McDonald's meals. I'm gonna be real. I don't like with most things. I'm gonna sound old as shit. I don't get it, man. Like, I don't care to eat. Like, you know what I mean? Like, don't get me wrong. If you were getting that already, then I wouldn't be like, well, I'm not gonna get it because now it's called, like, instead of customizing my order, I'll just get that meal. Or if you genuinely wanted to try that, but it's not like it's anything different. Just a fucking, what was it, like a quarter pounder with bacon and lettuce? Something like that. And then like his fries were regular, but he got it with barbecue sauce. Like, that's just a regular. These motherfuckers have generated God, that was real. That was real. I really cut through that one. These fools have generated so much goddamn revenue over absolutely nothing. And look, I get that that's the vast majority of entertainment. Like, I don't get it. You know, me, myself, I don't know, man. I see the way some people flip out to like stars. And not that I think like, oh, I'm going to be a huge star. I'm just trying to, look, I just love music. I just love being creative. I'm just trying to do it for a living. I'm not necessarily like, oh, I could be a superstar. Whatever, man. Whatever happens, happens. You know, I mean, short of success. Obviously, I'm going to find a level of success that is sustainable. I feel like that sounded douchey, but I just meant it. You know, that's what I'm doing. It's a job for me. You know, it's also creative, but it's also a job for me. If someone was like, oh, I want to eat what you eat, that's crazy. What? I would understand if it was like something interesting. Like one time, I'll tell you guys a story. This is going to make me sound really weird. I had a crush on a girl in like 6th grade. No, it couldn't have been 6th because that was 7th grade. 7th grade. Yeah, I think 7th grade. And she was like, oh, you know what's something I just tried that's really good. Now that I think about this, I feel like she was lying to me to see if I'd do it, and I did. So, you know, I might be dumb, but you knew this. She goes cheddar cheese and barbecue sauce. Now, I love cheddar cheese. I love barbecue sauce. It only makes sense that I would love cheddar cheese and barbecue sauce, and I did. I did very much. It was really good. I don't know, man. I don't think I've almost ever had anything with cheese or barbecue sauce that I didn't like. Especially, it was Sweet Baby Ray's barbecue sauce and sharp cheddar. I'm sorry I did that on mic. That shit was delicious. Anyways, I would get if it was something interesting. Because then, like, yeah, it's partially because of who is doing it, right? But it's also like, well, that's a very interesting thing. Yeah, I'll try that. It's like when candies come out with, like, weird shit. You know what I mean? Or, like, cereals. Like, have you noticed? I didn't notice this when we were kids, but it might have been there. I don't know. But, like, every candy has its own cereal now. Like, there's like Oreo cereal, and I think there's a Twix cereal. There's a bunch of them. There's a Kit Kat one. I don't know. I'm sure every single one has one. But anyways, I would try it once. I'm probably not going to like it, just being real. Well, especially now. It's probably just going to taste like processed shit, but I would try it. So I tried the cheese barbecue sauce. It was delicious. If the meal was something interesting, I would get it. Man, I'm not hating on this meal. I know I'm talking for a long time about it. I just find it so bizarre because, yeah, if it was something interesting, I would be like, oh, I'm going to order that once. I would order it too. I'd be like, oh, that's a weird, I don't know, if it was like a Big Mac and he bought like 99-cent store taco seasoning and sprinkled it on top. And they were like, oh, we're going to do this weird collab and do it with taco seasoning. I'd be like, all right, I'll try that. That's interesting. It's just a fucking burger with bacon and lettuce. Like, and they've generated so much money just from the meals, let alone the dude came out with like, I think it said like 60 different merch pieces. One of them was a life-size, what are the body pillow that was shaped like a chicken nugget. And I'm going to be real, I saw it. It wasn't even a good chicken nugget. It was a cheap ass looking chicken nugget. Looked like the type of chicken nugget body pillow that you'd win at like a fair. as the grand prize. I mean, I didn't like it. I don't know. But anyways, on the one hand, I'm like, yo, fucking get that money. Like, this is a very, I feel like, again, there's nothing about this meal that's not what everyone else gets. And yet, he's making a shitload of money off of it. So, I mean, good for you, man. I just can't believe people. I feel like, okay, if I was, here's a conundrum, a query, another big word. What? A query, conundrum, a quagmire. I actually don't think that one fits. Yeah. Anyways, if I was Travis Scott, or if I was as big as Travis Scott, would I be willing to do this thing where I'm like, I mean, this is just ridiculous, but I will make a shitload of money off of it because people will just do shit because my name is Kaiser Söze. Like, on the one hand, I want to be like, no. On the other hand, it's like, why not? Like, if people are going to give you crazy amounts of money for being like, yeah, I like a quarter pounder with bacon and lettuce, I mean, cool. I guess. You know what I mean? Like, why shouldn't he do that? I'm not hating on the dude. I just think I'm hating on the people who are doing it. Everyone who might one day listen to me. Just kidding. I'm not hating on you. I just don't get it. Like, me personally. But, you know, maybe I'm just kind of lame that way. Maybe I need to be more into celebrity. I don't know. Maybe I'm missing out on something. Man, these are starting to hurt it's these headphones. These headphones are pinching them in. Where are we at? Damn, I talked for a hella long time about my glasses and Cactus Jack meals. I will say the name is cool. That's cool. It's cool to not be like, oh, I want a number 7. Sounds a lot cooler to be like, let me get that Captain Jack. Or Captain Jack. Cactus Jack. Yeah, that's cool. I wonder how many people are getting it like every time now. They're like, well, I go to McDonald's every day and get a Cactus Jack meal. I guarantee you there's at least 10 people in the world who are just going crazy over this shit. What else was I looking at? Oh, if you guys haven't heard, sad news. R.I.P. Cardi B, Offset getting divorced. I mean, I'm not surprised. I feel like, excuse me, damn, my bad. I feel like every celebrity marriage just about ends in divorce. I mean, divorce itself, was it like a 59% success rate? So that means 41% of marriages end anyways. However, I would almost guarantee, based off of no actual information, that celebrity marriages end more often. You know what I mean? Whether it's the pressures of being a celebrity or the faults of being a celebrity, I don't know. Not a celebrity yet. But I feel like, so Offset, I guess he posted something. He was like, Offset 2.0, right? I think that's what everybody thinks after a breakup, right? Well, I think it depends. I think, not to be stereotypical, but certain types of people, men, tend to be like, oh, fucking, I'm better than ever. Hit the gym, eat better, be more focused and driven, etc. right off the bat. Not saying that men don't feel like sadness or pain from the end of a relationship, obviously, but I feel like men tend to mask that with bravado, right? And then women tend to just be pretty open about it. A man will be like, nah, I'm better. She don't know what she's missing. She can go, whatever. Look at me now. I got a 6-pack. I'm big. I'm eating better. I got a promotion at work, right? they build their ego to deal with it, which I don't think is wrong or right. Well, I mean, I don't know. I think it's probably not. It's probably not right. I don't know. I'm not gonna say it's wrong. It's probably not the most healthy way to deal with it. But I mean, maybe it is Offset 2.0. I don't know what that means, but I just feel like if I got divorced, I would just be very like, well, it's Offset. Well, who the fuck am I? It's Offset and Cardi B. Why am I acting like these people are gonna act super just chill and like, your neighbor next door? They're obviously not. They're goddamn rap stars. So I guess I'm not too surprised by the vibrato. However, I am curious to see if they talk any shit about each other. I don't think they will. I will say this. At minimum, I feel like Cardi B, I don't know, she gives me like, obviously her past, not the best, right? Whatever. People have passed. But I don't think she'd actually talk, because they share a kid, right? And for the most part, that's all I pay attention to when it comes to things like divorce. Like whether it's celebrity, I don't really care about celebrity divorces. I'm just using it as a reason to talk about this topic. Talk about this topic. And it's crazy when people go through divorces, whether it's your parents, your friends' parents, your neighbors, whatever, and they talk shit about each other when they have children. And they like, so like the kids will hear, that shit always blew my mind. Like, don't get me wrong. I might be like, yeah, that person is a fucking asshole, or that, yeah, she was a bitch, or whatever the fuck. Yeah, she was selfish. You were fucking rude, or whatever. But like when people do that so their kids can hear, I'm like, man, that's some crazy shit. Like, you're definitely not. You know what I mean? And obviously that's worse for like celebrities, just because the eye is on. Hey, I'm going to stop talking about this shit. I don't know where I was even going with that. I just saw it. I thought it was interesting. But now I realize I didn't even actually have a fucking point to make. So like usual, me just fucking talking. I saw this thing about it was Kanye, Logic. Who else was it? Goddamn. Trippie Redd and NLE Choppa talking about, because Kanye went on Twitter and was talking about artists not owning their masters. And I mean, I do think Kanye, I mean, he's Kanye, he says some crazy shit, but every once in a while Kanye says something and that is, I mean, yeah, like it is crazy that artists don't own their masters. Because if you really think about it, as a creative person, I would think as a creative person, like, I own the masters and I'll give you guys a cut, right? I get 80%. You get 20. Not the other way around. Like, without me, you have no industry. Now, don't get me wrong, without you, I will not get as big, probably, or at least as fast, right? Because, I mean, distribution, fucking advertisement, all the hookups, connections everywhere. That's what they offer, right? Because especially nowadays, you can do it, especially with like TikTok and people blowing up legitimately overnight nowadays. It used to be a thing, like you couldn't actually blow up overnight, right? Because you had to put in the footwork. You had to go city to city and perform and meet people in real life and hand out CDs and sell them out the trunk and all that shit. Now you can truly just blow up overnight sitting at your computer. You know what I mean? That's crazy. So now you really don't need those major labels, right? For the most part. Again, I'm not saying they don't have any value. They definitely have value. I think they're very great to have. Especially, starting off. I think the biggest thing, like for me, I would 100% consider getting signed, depending on the contract, obviously. But because I bet there's so much I could learn from that process. and take in and then go, okay, after 5 years, 10 years, whatever, I'm out, and then I can implement my own shit. But it's crazy that they have convinced us that, well, hey, we have distribution. Yeah, but without any artists, you have nothing. You can't distribute nothing. Like, I understand why people used to do it, and nowadays, I don't know if still nowadays, but I know a while ago, like all the 360 deals and all this crazy shit, like they want to own everything from what I've heard, but I think I would actually say, on the one hand, I want to think that because it's so much easier, less people are doing it. But I think a lot of people are actually more likely to do it because it's just easier. You know what I mean? But you do have to think, like, down the road. You know what I mean? Like, we've seen it multiple times. I think it was like with Prince's masters. I think Elvis Presley had a lot of issues. A lot of people have had issues with once they die. I know Taylor Swift had something where, like, she tried to buy all her masters back, and I think Kanye bought it. I don't know. Someone bought them. Anyways, I think it's such a hard thing also for a lot of artists to think about, because it's like, okay, well, I just want to make art and etc. Because I totally get that. Because if someone came along right now and was like, yo, we're gonna give you $300,000, all you got to do is just make art. We're gonna give you $300,000 a year. I'd be like, shit, I'm good with that. And maybe that's not a bad thing, right? Because, like, I would be happy with the 100,000. Like, I just like making music and art. I mean, being creative. So if I can make a living, but then, you get into the discussion of, like, okay, well, my art is obviously worth $100 million or whatever. I'm talking about, like, superstars. Why am I only getting, I don't even think it's that high. My art is worth a couple $1 million. Why am I getting 10% of my product when it should be the other way? You know what I mean? Like, if I go make t-shirts right now, I don't have to, I mean, obviously I have to pay the creators and the printer and etc. But I then get to decide the value of that product, right? That's not really how the music industry works. I mean, it also partially doesn't work like that, because if I make a shirt, like, look at a Supreme shirt, $50-$60, or whatever fucking brand you want to look at that's like a high value brand. That shit's not worth that much money. Plain and simple. It's not. You're paying for the name, your Gucci bag, your Louboutin, your fucking Birkin bag, all that shit. It is not worth that much money. The Yeezys weren't that much money. You can make them worth that much money by only printing a select few. But that means that you're not actually paying for the product. You're paying for the rarity. You're paying for the rarity of that brand name. Damn, I'm out of time. You're paying for the rarity of that brand name. And I mean, if that's how you shop, that's fine. It's dumb. It is truly, it's not smart. It's not a smart way to spend your money. I get if you have excess money, that's totally fine. It's, if that's fine. But a lot of people, I see people out with some very, like, Katie will notice some, like, purses. And I'm like, damn well your ass spent, like, your entire year's fucking savings on that purse. Like, I see the rest of you. I see your car. I see everything. If that's a priority, I guess that's fine, but what a horrible priority. Yeah, just, anyways, I'm doing a lot of judging. Fuck me. Who the fuck am I? But yeah, I think I understand it. But I don't know, man. That's one of my fears, is, like, in the grand scheme, I'll just make a decision that I think sounds great now, and I could end up paying for it. You know what I mean? With, like, masters, I could end up paying for it for years or decades, or, like, 360 deal. I mean, just, I don't know. I know I'll never have to worry about that shit probably because, again, I'm not trying to be like huge. I'm just trying to make a living. But if it does come up, I don't know. I know Ye's in trouble for exposing like his contract and shit like that, which I don't understand why contracts, like I get you're not supposed to disclose them, but like why? If there's nothing that people shouldn't know. I'm sure there's a logical reason. I'm sure there's some law that's like a binding contract between two people is a private document. So it's probably a private document. Boom, right there. I probably just solved it. I don't know. Anyways, I'm talking too much. I will see you guys next week. So, bye. Bye. Oh my God. What the bye. Ugh. Jesus. Bye.